Hi, my name is Catherine Roseland, here with Board Game Geek TV at Spiel 2013. I'm sitting here with Daniel Danzo, right, from Spielpunk, and we're here to talk about their new game, Steam Noir Revolution. We'll go straight into it.
Yeah, before I make this introduction, I just want to say hi to all the Board Game Geek guys. You know me as Duchamp on Board Game Geek, and well, now I'm a game designer, so I explain a little bit about my game. This is set in a steampunk universe of a comic series published in Germany.
Okay.
It was pretty successful and made a prize for the best comic book in Germany and so on. I'll continue on. And I contacted then the artist who's living in the next city, and he said he liked the game very much. It fits into the universe of this comic, so he said, go together and make all the art. And then we started the crowdfunding and everything went fine. So this is set in this world of Steam Noir, and it's a revolution. We make a revolution against the emperor.
All right.
Of course, it's a bad emperor, you know.
Wouldn't have a revolution if it wasn't.
Dictator, yeah, of course, right. And we all have, there are 5 factions of the population wanting to make this revolution. So we have the calendrical order, which is kind of a weird police squad in the comic series.
All right.
We have the workers, of course, and the suffragettes, which are the women, for women's rights, yeah, of course. And the mechandros are steam robots. And we have the students. Obviously, a revolution without students wouldn't be a revolution.
No, it wouldn't.
So what happens is that each player has a secret goal. It's his victor card. It says, this faction is your faction and you want to have them to win.
All right.
But nobody else knows this. That's why there's a question mark.
Yes.
So I try to get my faction becoming the leader of the country after the revolution. So one thing is the gameplay, what's happened here, but I explain first all the time, and I explain it, the scoring at the end, because it's pretty difficult, and it's a 3, just leave it there. It's a 3 different outcomes might be possible. When a faction is just ahead, and it's the strongest faction. Can you see this, or is it better there?
It's better if we just
okay,
slide
that's
it
puzzle
in there.
tiles. So yeah, you might. Yeah, that's great. Okay, can you see this now? Okay. Then, when one faction is the strongest in the end, then of course they win the game. They kick out the emperor out of the country, and they win the game. But if it's too far ahead, if it's winning by 15 or more points, then these are not cool revolutionaries anymore, but just new dictators, you know.
Yeah,
they are
exactly.
too far ahead. So they go out of the game, and the second place is winning the game. So
you want to get above the dictator or the leader, but you don't want to go too far ahead, or everyone else is going to revolt against you.
And you don't want to be too far ahead of the next one. So you support everybody, but you support yourself a little bit more.
Just a little more, yeah.
But what if the emperor has the highest score at the end? What happens then? Well, of course, as in history, then the faction with the least points wins the game. So you are the loser, but you are the winner, because the emperor has beaten down the revolution, and
so since you're the one who were least against the emperor, then he's happy with you. So
he's happy with you, and you had nothing to do with the revolution. I see. So this is this scoring, but we have a two scorings. The scoring here is with cards. We play cards in the middle for several factions, whatever we want. And the strongest faction of one round, which is played 3 cards, and we play simultaneously. Play the first card each, and then the second one each, and then the third one each. So everybody's she's playing
okay.
And you have to decide if you play to the revolution side, to this card, or one of the 3 cards you can play as a traitor to the emperor.
And this is helping the emperor instead.
This is helping the emperor, because if the emperor is the strongest of this situation, you see, you count all these cards together, and when the emperor is the strongest, then his card goes to the score, and he's scoring. So you're helping him winning, beating down the revolution. If anybody else is the strongest, then the player who supported this strongest factions the most, which is this player, gets 2 additional points, revolution points, for his secret victory. So during the game, you collect additional revolution points for whatever you do.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if this faction is your faction. You just support each faction you have good cards for and try to get as many revolution points because they count for your secret victory. In the end, then, you turn this around and you add this to the score.
Whichever faction
So
you're
we have
belonging to.
the one who supported this faction the most decides which card goes up to the score. If he's winning. So
And this
again.
adds the score.
And this
to the
adds the
board.
score immediately. So we see, we have an open score about the cards, but we have an additional secret points,
Which you
and
don't
nobody
know
knows
which one
where it
belongs
is.
to.
So, well, if you think this is enough, I can stop here about the rules and everything. There's some intermediate scoring and things like that, but this is about the core of the game. What you do 3 times simultaneously playing, and the most important thing about this game is it's quite unusual because it's not that much about the things going on here. The most important things going on are in between the players as persons. You know, it's more this kind of feeling like the resistance or something, where you sit there and you say, you can talk about everything. So you can say, hey, let's support these guys, they are so behind, and to avoid that he become a traitor and make us a problem, we should support this. What do you think?
Yeah.
And they can debate, and they can switch sides playing cards and say, oh, this doesn't work out for me, so I switch side, play another faction. Or these cards are special. You can just add them up to any card that already
They
in
don't
play.
have to be a specific faction. So
Right,
you can add it
but
to
not only
whichever.
this, you can change this into a 10, but also you can change an opponent's card. You can play this into any card, which is already in play. So I can help, an opponent who is playing my faction without knowing it, but I say, okay, I don't have any cards for my faction, but I think it's cool if he will make to win this round, so I support him this way. And these things make it really a kind of highly interactive
You're
experience.
discussing and you're making deals and
Yeah,
you're
and you're laughing and you're
Yeah, yeah.
surprised and you play simultaneously.
Backstabbing a little.
Yeah, of course. And you play it all simultaneously, like 1, 2, 3, and then you go and you have to show where you play.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, there's a situation where 4 players sitting there waiting to turn them around, and then all players are going walk to the emperor with 4 cards. So
Oh,
no, I thought
no.
I would be the only one because the cards played here are not only for the emperor, but you subtract them from the revolution side of this faction.
I see.
So you sabotage a certain faction, and at the same time you support the emperor. So you can always say, I just wanted to sabotage this faction. Oh, sorry, now the emperor card's going up there and he's scoring. I didn't want that. So there's much lying, backstabbing, and what to say, all these things. Intrigue, yeah. And this feels like a revolution.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of who is a traitor.
who can you trust? Who's a traitor?
But the difference between other games with a traitor is that most of the time you draw in the beginning and you say, oh, okay, I'm the bad guy, I'm the traitor, I'm the alien, whatever.
But here everyone is kind of working together and you don't really know
decide.
who's going to turn
Right,
until the end of the
right.
game. Yeah.
Depending on your card luck at last, because you say, I change sides now, maybe you change back again. And it's always this flexibility.
Yeah.
This is why it's really a game. It's great in groups where people like games like that they really want to play together, and it's not that kind of game for the Euro.
People who want to
Euro,
focus on their own
everyone
thing.
wants
Yeah.
they want to blow.
It's
with
a
this-
very interactive game. So
absolutely,
You're,
absolutely.
so how many players can you be?
3 to 5.
Between 3 and 5 players?
Yeah.
And how long will a game take?
3/4 to an hour.
Between 45
Yeah,
minutes and
something
an hour.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many rounds does it play? Is it just the
it's-
3 cards?
No,
or
it's
is
12 rounds.
It's 12 rounds.
12 times.
12 sets of 3 cards.
Right,
Yeah.
right. There's an intermediate section I hadn't explained. It's 3 times 4 rounds.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's 3 months or 4 weeks.
Interesting.
But so this 12 rounds, and you can after one round you can pick up one of your played cards back to your hand.
I see.
So
Yeah,
it's not lost.
Yeah.
A high card you better pick up, and you can discard as many as you want. So there's this kind of optimizing your hand.
Yeah.
And there's so much flexibility in there in the system that the first game is always a learning game.
Definitely.
After that game,
then you
after
can
the first
start
game,
knowing how you're going to
Yeah.
tweak it.
yeah,
That's
because
great.
people just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And
And I guess it depends on who you're playing with. It'll probably have a big effect as
oh
well.
yes, and how good you know them.
Definitely.
I had a play testing group. They said when we played one round, so just the first 3 cards, all players knew of each other player who they were. And I said, I can't believe that. But I visited them and they played test playing for me, and it was great because they knew from the behavior
Of each other.
how they did it and watched the play and how they reacted. They could really read their minds. And it was weird, but it was great, and it's very different from each
A very
group.
tight-knit group, basically.
Yeah, and it's really tense. I mean, it has really a tension curve. It's really going up. And in the end, everybody's sitting there nail biting what's going on.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it sounds like.
That's
But we're pretty short.
Steam Noir Revolution.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And Spielpunk.
Okay.